knows? What does he know? I don't know, he's kind of an asshole. The Abbey Grange Bear. My laptop is borked.
The game is afoot. Not a word. Into your clothes and come.
Sherlock?
I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade. A letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
The lady. Toby!
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Okay.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
You should take a look. The letter is on the table. The letter is on the table. The letter is on the table.
The letter is on the table, Holmes.
The letter is on the table. What door was that? The letter is on the table. No. The letter is on the table.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
The letter is on the table. The letter is on the table.
The letter is on the table, Holmes.
The letter,
The letter is on the
table.
table, Holmes. You should take a look. Brackens?
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Great.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B. I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Great 30 a.m. Should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be the most remarkable case. It is something quite near line, except for releasing the lady. I will see that everything is kept exactly as I found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Huh.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Yes, sir.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Yeah, very good, Watson. What is a morning room?
Sir Warthen Brackenstall. Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Brigham.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
They all look so pleasant.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall. Lord George Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
Hello.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself.
Whoa.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
What does it matter if her cheeks are pale? Oh, damn.
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard. But you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Ma'am.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir. As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
I don't trust you. Oh. Picture. Oh, is it a safe?
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Ha.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Oh, she's gonna tell me she doesn't know how to open it. I'm gonna be like, you liar.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Guess I'm gonna just have to figure that out. Family business booming. The Randall game is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls as they are known, made their reappearance by way of a brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Sydenham. Police are already on their trail. Oh, Jesus. This is a long... I don't care
The
anymore.
description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Sure. How convenient, though.
The body is still in the dining room where the murder took place. The body is still in the dining room where the murder took place.
Got it. Oh, God.
You should examine
Wow.
the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Isn't that your job?
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I
Hey,
can
Buggy.
confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
A parrot. Gotta get Luna in snuggle position. There we go. Alright, let's have a look. Yes? What?
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Okay. The bell rope.
A fur trader's cabin.
That's really tall, my guy. Ugh.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
gnarly.
Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
What else is on the head? Oh, I guess the
That
poker.
must be the murder weapon. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon.
Great. Didn't feel like it was done. Ah, fireplace. Oh man.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Could have been due to the poker blow. Or the death of Sir Eustace could have been due to its accidentally striking his head on a fireplace grate. Well. It was faked and the whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace's death on the Randalls. I do feel that it's awfully convenient.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed. Chateau Calon-Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
What does beeswing mean?
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Okay.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
I don't know what that shit means. Ah. Oh, okay. That's an outside. Just it 2 doors back into where I was? Yeah, that one was probably it. Just a little... what's in here?
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Oh, so I don't get to go look?
A fur trader's cabin. A deer hunt. A hunting scene. These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. A bottle of wine is missing here.
Well, we know where it is.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
Right.
An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware. Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail.
Toby!
I will take it with me. This is the chair that Lady Brackenstraw was tied to.
Great. Nice plant. I want a plant. That one I want to eat. You little shit. You eat everything.
Antique hunting weapons. A hunting scene.
A hunting scene.
A trapper's hut. A trapper's hut.
The death was instant.
That's all you got, Watson? Well, that's more than I got, I guess. Please explain the glasses to me. There were 3 people drinking wine out of these glasses. One of the 3 probably prefers wine with beeswing. There are 2 people drinking wine out of these glasses. The remaining glass with the beeswing consisted solely of the dregs from the other 2 glasses. Interesting. Alright, let's go and speak with Lestrade.
I've searched outside for footprints without any luck.
I bet I could find some. This is beautiful. Oh, I would love to sit out here. Hey, is there any silverware hiding in a well? Buried in the yard, perhaps? Dog? Toby? Do they have a dog? Because surely I didn't happen to bring Toby. I mean... What do you mean? Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much going on out here. Can't tell at all what's on that paper. Thought you'd find like one of the gates that maybe was bashed open or something. But no.
I've searched out...
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Oh, you just
Your
forgot
ladyship?
that? I bring it up, and then you mention it?
Please leave my Mary alone. She suffered so much, she deserves some rest.
Does she want help solving the crime or not?
Let us try.
Oh, we're just gonna try.
This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate.
What do you mean
when
I
it
have
is
to pay
set to
attention?
the correct number.
Oh, I will. Oh yeah? Will it? Will it, Sherlock? Hold on.
Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to...
How? No, I've got vibration enabled normally.
the correct number.
Will it? Oh. Not a controller vibration. A visual vibration. Okay. Oh, is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Medical report. It's a great concern. Liver damage. Wow. So, alcoholics medical... What? Alcoholics liver
Antique
failing.
coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care. Antique...
What's that?
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Oh, I missed a table.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
Oh, hell yeah. We're breaking in. Oh, I gotta shake it out? What is this? Oh. Traveling to Gibraltar.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Oh, you just took the picture? Alright.
Oh, what a...
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead. But a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
Yeah, I don't believe it was these 3 dudes. I believe these 2 women did it. But, you know. Alright, are we done here?
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another
my
day
God.
he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
That's not good. Lady Brackenstall married Sir Eustace shortly after arriving in England and remained at home during that time. There is a little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country. Lady is acquainted with someone from the Rock of Gibraltar. Interesting. Go back. He's violent towards his wife. Yes. Collect Toby! Toby.
Someone should take...
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Hell yeah.
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Oh, look at him! Look at that boy. Toby has seen some years.
Search, Toby.
Oh, hell yeah. Let go. Oh, outside? Gosh. Bork, Bork. Can I... Oh, I can! This whole game I had... Can Sherlock run too? God damn it. Look at him go. Bork, bork, bork.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Bork, bork, bork. Bork. No, yeah, yeah. Bork, bork, bork. You're gonna point me to the well? I fucking knew it. Bork, bork, bork. If I'm right and the silverware's in there, I'm gonna be astounded.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Oh, and I will. Bork, bork, bork. No, wait. Bork, bork, bork. Oh? Bork?
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Oh my god, he can run too! This whole time.
This hook might be useful. Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest.
Nothing of interest here.
This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Must be.
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
Go. We can't waste any more time, Sherlock. Is that the silverware?
There's something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
Yes, how?
The bucket can be easily removed.
Hook.
Silverware. This is hardly a coincidence.
Wow, imagine. Oh, that's cool.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Such as I suspected. Good Toby. Can I give Toby treat?
Brave Toby.
Oh.
The best nose in the British Empire.
Toby.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Lost. Oh, I gotta analyze the rope. Ma'am, I found your silverware. God, I've easily put like 10 hours into this game without running. Hey.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Did you
Your
put it in
ladyship.
the well?
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
He doesn't even accuse them of it. He's just withholding that information. Wait, tell Lestrade.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Dude, I solved it the second I walked in this room. This home. Baker Street. Toby. Oh, look at him.
Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
Snip, snip. Oh. Snip, snip.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
Oh. Excuse me.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
Oh. Ah. Excuse me.
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
Great. The intruder had a sailor background. She knows a sailor. I did 3. What if I do 2? Got it. Doesn't affect it either way. That could honestly be either thing. Oh. Interesting, interesting. I was just there. Oh. Huh. Robbery is confirmed as the motive for the crime. The criminals have plans to return for the silverware that they dumped. Not likely. Could have been imitated to explain Sergius's death. The silverware was not supposed to be found. Absolutely. Was murdered by the one person who was visiting last night. It was he who tied up Lady Brackenstall. He is tall and strong. Look for sailor. Search for sailor suspects? Fucking where? Ah, right. 1893. Oh, can I find it? Research. I guess the funny one's a newspaper too. Where is it? Does each case have different... No! Where's Why Not Dynamite? Damn it! One of these before in one of the other cases, its whole name was just Why Not Dynamite? And that shit was so funny. Why not dynamite? How do you... Why not dynamite? I'm so sad. Why not dynamite gone? From the Adelaide, Southampton, London line. 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand, and Australia. Ship brought to England, Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress of...
Here it is.
I wasn't done reading that, sir. Okay. Only land and tin mines in Australia. The reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent. Got it?
The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Really? The children are? Okay. Oh, yo, Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
Absolutely.
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
3 hours. No shot.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Now get the fuck out
I
of my
left
home.
it right on the table for you, sir.
The table. We remember where
This
the table
list
is.
shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
Okay, is there a way to, like, cycle?
I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Yeah, I saw the date was wrong, but I want to go to...
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Oh, he's gotta be in London.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Ba-ding!
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
I wanna assume all their names are on here somewhere. I gotta either eliminate everyone else or... There's one.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Thomas Walker. You're in here somewhere, surely.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Nope. Okay. Why are all these names so similar?
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Oh no, I already knew that one. Wasn't crossed out, so my brain's like eliminated. Henry.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Good.
Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Okay.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Oh, good. Oh yeah, Wiggins. Oh wait, Wiggins is still here. Hey, Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Last time it was 3 hours. This time we don't know.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Odd. Honest. Strong build. Nice boots. Where's the last one? Don't tell me to skip it.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You? And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shark. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
Carpenter.
I'm sure that he can.
Yeah, was he here?
Perfect.
Or
In that
at the
case,
house
we have
with
nothing
you?
more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Do we?
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
If so, that's the shortest case yet. The captain is the killer. Well, no. No. Yeah. Woman against the violent. There's no way that's the whole case. Really? None of the evidence has anything to do. Why are you still here?
Holmes, don't look at me like that. I don't know what to think about all this.
Whatever you say, sir. I've got some questions.
Oh, what a...
Oh, I've got some questions.
Please leave my...
Oh. I have no questions. I'm really good at missing really obvious things in this game, so I just want to make sure. Why is he... All the smash shit. Vandals are guilty. This case is too simple for you. Take this opportunity to give all the credit to your friend Lestrade. Your name will not appear in the press. The speed with which you resolved this thorny problem is indicative of genius. The police naturally only demonstrated their incompetence. Both of those descriptions tell me that obviously that is wrong. I know that is wrong. But there's usually a third option in these cases. Was murdered by the one? Right. Ah! Domestic accident. Was an accident caused by a struggle with his wife. Made killed to resist and attempted to cover their crime. They deserve to be treated as criminals. Lady Brackenstall and her maid committed the crime in self-defense. You decide that there is no point in blaming this poor woman. This is the one I go with. I really think they did it, and then they just like, you know, call up the sailor dude, like, hey, we need your help. They threw the silverware in the well. Yeah, because why would... No, I guess it's still alibi. Whether he did it. No, if he did it, the silverware in the well makes no sense.
I know the full story. You are both guilty, are you not?
Mr. Holmes, I can explain everything.
No, madam, he's bluffing.
It is no use. Your husband was a violent man, a cruel man. Your argument last night ended tragically, with him stumbling and falling, fatally striking his head upon the fireplace grate. However, your mise-en-scène to divert suspicion was unnecessary. You should have admitted the truth.
The truth is often subjective, Mr. Holmes.
Not to me.
What will you tell Inspector Lestrade?
He will find nothing, as he handed the case over to me. Farewell, ladies. Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Really? Damn. So the sailor had to have done it? Or is there a 4th scenario where it, like, mentions him helping them? Fuck. What'd I miss? Toby! You missed Toby! It was still a deadly accident, yeah? No, wait. Oh, come on. I don't like this answer, but... we'll see what this one is. It's also the shortest case that I've ever done. Like a third of the time of the other ones. Also, I was going through the archive looking for Why Not Dynamite, and Why Not Dynamite was gone. So sad.
Wiggins,
Oh, really?
could you
What
ask
happened
Mr.
to the
Crocker to
second one,
come
huh?
here again, please?
Right away.
Signs of spot. Damn it. You got me there. Was that the
Why
one where
did
I
you
was
make
trying
me
to
come
solve
here
the
again,
puzzle and I
Mr.
flipped it
Holmes?
upside down?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Oh, shit. Sir?
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker.
God.
I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night. Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Fuck you,
I
Lestrade.
mentioned the murderers, not the case.
Told
It is
you.
obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Probably I liked the other answer better, but whatever. Nope. We stop. It's gonna play the cutscene. We don't want it. Okay. Thanks for enjoying. Goodbye.